What about when he came to St Vincent? You ever shared any stories about that? You remember anything in particular?
Well, I remember going to Vince once with him,
Okay.
and I all I can remember riding on a donkey, nothing else. So I St. Vincent,
You had any fun memories with him, like going to the tent or anything like that?
yeah, like when he going out and sing, he said came a lot of places with him, and he now finished the church thing, and he started back going around singing in different places, you know. He used to take me with him, you know. The first beer I drink, he introduced me, you know. He gave me my first beer, you know. So that, yeah, it used to be fun going about the place with him in that sense, you know.
So that's some of your fun memories with him. So besides
Yeah.
being a disciplinarian, he actually did things that you spend time with you at some point in time, carrying you with him,
Yeah,
introducing you to his life.
yeah.
Tell me about the experiences, like how the audiences will receive him. Yeah, have you seen any of his performance and describe his performance?
Yeah, um he had a nice relationship with the audience, you know, because they appreciated what he did, you know, and they responded in kind, you know. It was always a happy, good vibes, and it wasn't no things to say where people wasn't pleased, you know. Well, actually came to see him, you know what I mean? So it was nice.
He always had a large audience.
Yes,
Anyway,
according to where he went and the size of the place, because it was like different places. It wasn't like no big shows to say. It was like in bars, and so the area will be a little small sometime. You know what I mean?
so this is after he came out of the church. He started back doing a lot of bars.
Yeah, doing a lot of shows at different times. You know, maybe from like Wednesday night he had shows in different places, South, Arima, all over the place.
Okay, right after church, you remember he had the reading phase where you said he had all the books and all of that.
Mm.
And then do you remember how he got back into the calypso, like that period when you saw? Okay, first I want to find out, when did you come into an awareness that your father was a public figure, or while growing up, were you aware that your father was a public figure?
Yeah, all in church he was a public figure.
Mm.
So, you know, in that sense, he is a public figure. Everybody
That's
know
what I
your
just said.
father, you know, that kind of way. And then he used to work in the bank, so everybody know your father. He working in the bank, you know. So, yeah, to me, he was always a public figure. But himself, I didn't realize it at the time. I wasn't really aware. Maybe I was younger. But it's after church generally, you know, and he started to move about the place, you know. You look at things that way, but at that time and at that age, you're not looking at the terminology public figure. You just looking at him as daddy and you going about the place and singing. And just seeing people appreciating him and for wherever it may be, you know what I mean? So that's what it is.
So then he started to have visitors to the home after, this is after thing, or while going out, he will interact with persons. How did he get back into the calypso?
That I can't remember exactly because I guess that would be before he started to do the shows. Because it
Mm-hmm.
was Calypso he was singing when he went to do the shows, you know.
Right.
The old time Calypsos, you know, he playing the guitar and wherever, you know. So I guess at some point in time that would happen. But to say I exactly know well when he started back, nah, can't really pinpoint it up our finger on it, you know. I can remember Errol last year and them coming home to take him out. The mighty power used to come and take him out too. Because he didn't have no transport, so these was like people used to come and drive and take him to different places, you know. So
Was it two shows? They used to
there
carry him to the
was to
shows.
do shows.
He
It was
so have his
different shows, yeah,
equipment.
because Power used to sing with him in certain places too, you know. So it wasn't like him alone, you know. Power might have do his song, then he come on, or he might come on, then Power will do his song, you know. That kind of thing.
And then eventually, somehow, he ended up in Mass Camper.
Yes, along the way from working with, from doing all these shows at different places, you know.